Okay, we are live. Hello and welcome to season 4 of NGS week 7. This is subject to change on the blue side and Roll1 Esports. It's going to be a really fun game. These teams thought they were going to have some pretty significant playoff implications from this, but it turns out not so much. Not so much with the playoff implications. So I hear they're looking at some fun games. They have decided that they want to head to Dragonshire for our first map. This is Roll1 Esports' absolute favorite map. They love going here. Sorry, I'm trying to get my computer to cooperate with me on a few things. It's being weird. All right. So we have bans on Greymane and Junkrat so far. That makes sense. They're both quite solid on this map. Dragonshire is all about trying to control the points and then get down to get the dragon. You get both points, you get a dragon. That's how this map works. That's what you want. You want to get a dragon. You get to be a giant dragon. Who doesn't want to be a giant dragon? Diablo and Garrosh. Yes! And that's a Nexomania skin for that Garrosh. It is Nexomania time, guys. We are going to have a wrestling match between our players here. That is awesome. I'm pretty excited by that. Yeah, I know that. I'm aware. Thanks. Okay, I wonder if I shove it down here. See if I can do this without messing myself up. I'm trying to get it launched over on my laptop so that I can control it better. Oh, did I just mess that up? Son of a gun. All right. So, we're going with Lunar. We are picking all of the very exciting teams today. All of the Nexomania teams. Apparently my sound is on my stream on the other screen, so y'all can just hear me talking to myself. That's great. I'm sure that's what you all wanted to hear today. Absolutely. All right, so with this, oh good, we're good now. Good, that's all fixed. It's fixed, that's fixed. Save it all, yes, okay. We should be great. We look great. Everything looks great. What are they going to pick to go with this Diablo? We've got Li Ming. We've got Deckard Cain. So Deckard Cain is one of our newer heroes. He's a good time. He is having a lot of fun. He throws potions around. He's got some great stun setups. He can take Lornado, where he throws a whirling group of books at the enemy team and throws them out of place. Or he can take Stay a While and Listen, whereupon he will read to people until they fall asleep. You know, that used to work really well for my son. Li Ming, of course, always just a powerhouse of damage. You pair her with a Diablo, and she can land her combination and just melt people. So that's always fun. So now we are in the second ban phase. Now, what we don't see here yet are who our solo laners are going to be. Some solid bans at this point. Dahaka, Sonya, Falstad. All of those would be not unexpected bans from either of these teams. We're going to see the Maiev. Maiev is a ton of fun. She likes to grab onto a melee group and pull them into her and do a whole bunch of damage. She puts up that Warden Cage, and you can get some really great wombo combos in there. So, yeah, their skin games are on point, MJ. Absolutely. Excuse me if I'm coughing a little bit tonight. I have come down with a cold today, so that's exciting. There goes that Falstad ban. So globals are really powerful on this map because you're trying to control those points. If you can have a global, if you can get down to the other side, then you can absolutely just kind of wreck. So it makes sense to me that they are banning out the Falstad. So now, however, they still have a Dahaka available. Dahaka is just so fantastic on this map. His ability to bush stalk into a lane and just cause trouble is quite large, actually. And can really cause problems on a point. Suddenly a fight has an extra body and one that can stun you out and cause a lot of trouble and wreak havoc. So that's definitely something to watch out for. We could also see, Oreo and Jaina. All right. Jaina with the slows. We're feeling very magey with the Lunara and the Jaina. Oriole is a lot of fun to play now. Her stun is just fantastic. She's got a little more range now. Her energy grows a lot faster, so it works out a lot better for her. She can sustain much better now than previously. So that's always a good thing. So now, Subject to Change is trying to think about what they want to go with this Diablo, Li Ming, and Deckard Cade. They could still here look at a Sonya or a Dahaka to go with it. We could see something spicy like a Zagara or a Nazeebo if they think they might make it to late game. We don't have a Junkrat, so we can't do that kind of displacement play. I don't think we'll see a Chromie because we already have a Li Ming. Thrall is always interesting, but I don't see that. Stitches! I did not see the Stitches coming. And Hanzo. Hanzo, of course, is still a solid player. He did get a slight decrease to his range. He has to get in just a little bit closer to do damage to towers and players. He can't be quite so safe, but he still just is great. So they're going for a lot of control over on Subject to Change with Stitches and Diablo and the Ming. Lots and lots and lots of control available. And Deckard, so you can grab them with your Stitches hook and put them in Deckard's triangle of no, you're not going anywhere, dude. And then Diablo could charge them into a wall. I mean, they could just like not move for quite some time. That's a rough comp. What will Roll1 Esports do? They really, I feel like with a Jaina and a Lunara, they need some kind of bruiser to kind of set that Garrosh up and help him, when he flips someone in. There we go. There's the Dahaka. Excellent. That's what I wanted to see. So the Dahaka is going to give them the ability to soak. Roll1 Esports is really, really great. They're really, really great at soaking, at providing zoning for the games, zoning for the team, getting them caught up in XP, all of that great stuff. So I think that that's going to work out really, really well for them. So we're going to get this underway now. Match 1. We are going to Dragonshire. Very exciting. All right. I have to say, I really love cartography. I just want to take a moment to talk about how nice it makes the layout, so you can just switch over and everything's done for you and all the logos show up and they're so pretty. So awesome job, NGS, on getting that in. I'm excited to see it used more, and what they're going to do in playoffs, they're going to be adding to it. So here we go. Loading in. All of our teams are here now. On Roll1 Esports, we have Velvet on Lunara, Rock Your World on Garrosh, Big Beard on Jaina, Toffs on the Oriole. And who is that last one? I can't read it through all the talking. Zad on the Dahaka. That makes sense. And on the blue team, we have Linehouse on Deckard, Timmy B on Hanzo, Multipass on Stitches, Math Problem on Diagro, and John Concarne on the Li Ming. So here we go. There goes that Lunara Wisp. The Lunara Wisp is, they've changed a little bit. Oh, there goes the drag, followed by the Diablo, but now actually Stitches is in trouble there, and he goes down. Garrosh just grabbed him and threw him right on into their towers. And that was some excellent body blocking by R1 Esports to just take that Stitches right on out of there. All right. So Dahaka's going to head on up to the top. Roll1 Esports is going to start this 4-man pathing back and forth, so Subject to Change is going to have to really be aware of that, making sure that they don't get caught out. Jaina did take a bit of damage and still kind of waiting from heals. Ooh! That Li Ming just landed right on her. So it looks like they haven't quite decided how they're going to hold these lanes yet. Lunara does have the Wisp, so she can see people coming from a little ways away. Jaina's going to go ahead and start working on that camp. Lunara's going to go give them a hand. Hanzo's looking for them. Deckard is aware of what's going on. Zad has come down to middle. He's doing some double soaking while his team gets this camp. Stitches is top. He'll basically get top for free right now. Oh. Diablo is in a lot of trouble. That Garrosh is causing some pain for them, and he goes down. That's going to give Roll1 Esport this bottom pretty easily. Dahaka has meanwhile made it back up top. He and Stitches are just going to kind of duke it out for a while. Roll1 has bottom pretty easily. They're going to just be able to kind of hang out for a while. Push in on this. They're trying to kind of push in on that fort a bit. Oh, no. Hanzo got caught out. Oh, Subject to Change is really having a lot of trouble managing this Garrosh. Dahaka is going to take that top point, and Lunara is going mid to see if she can become a dragon. I don't see anybody there to stop her. Oh, but the minions are stopping her. Li Ming is coming up, but it's too late. We have a dragon knight. So what they like to do in HGC with these first early dragon knights like this is they like to kind of get some damage in. Lunara is waiting patiently for her team to show up. She's not getting too many tower shots. But the Ming and the Hanzo are getting a lot of free damage. Nice kick there. Get out of here, Hanzo. There we go. Now we're going in and we're going to get some towers down. So a lot of times they just want to get, you know, a tower or two. Maybe go mid lane. They're going to take it to bot now. Maybe get a tower down there. Just kind of push their XP advantage. As you can see, they are up at this point by a whole level. Dahaka's doing a great job double soaking while his team kind of runs together. They've almost got a tower down on bot as well as that tower on top. There goes the tower. The Dragon Knight is just being really patient. Doesn't see any reason to get in there and take those tower shots. And it is now out. Excuse me. I love the Lunara skin. They've got their Nexomania skins going on. Oh no, Diablo once again has been caught out. No, Diablo! Oh. Man, you cannot give Rock a Garrosh. If you were wondering and you were thinking about playing this team in the playoffs, Div B teams, do not give Rock a Garrosh. He is just evil. It's evil. All right. So now Roll1 Esports is just kind of gonna come in here. They're gonna take this wall. The Hawk is still double soaking. He's doing a great job. Stitches is up there dealing with those minions. They're trying to get caught up in their soak. They're not doing too bad, really. They're keeping it within a level, which is pretty good. All things considered. Roll1 is going to circle around. They're going to go get their camp now. It's a good time. Hanzo's looking for him. Doesn't see him. Garrosh is going to head middle, see if he can get that Ming, but Ming's not playing. Nice anchoring there by Rock. Making sure nobody's coming for his team. Velvet is giving Li Ming some trouble there. Throwing some poison. Leonara went through a rework recently. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. That was not it. Oh, they're going to go ahead and take this bottom camp too. They've already got the top one. There we go. There's our talents, so you can kind of see where people are. The next tower is coming up. Stitches is already on it. The Hawk is coming in, though, and he's going to have to back. Stitches is way too low to stay there. R1 has it. They're just about to hit 10. I'm not sure that Subject to Change can do a whole lot about this at this point with 10s just right around the corner like this. They're definitely learning to stay back from Rock and not give him the benefit of flipping them out. They're going to go ahead and just try to take this fort down here while they've got a camp. Lunara is going to go up and see if she can become a dragon. Ming is going to try to stop her. That orb definitely landed very well. Dahaka and Stitches are just kind of arguing along. Ming is running away a bit. Lunara is going to see if she can clutch it, but Li Ming is still right there. Now she's got some backup friends coming. Ming's going to have to get on out of there. Good try by Subject to Change to get them off, but Rock was able to just do Garrosh things and keep himself alive until the dragon was got. So Lunara is going to be here. They've already got bottom fort. She's going to work on this mid fort. 10s are coming for Subject to Change. That'll be a nice change for them. You can see for R1, we've got Leaping Strike for the Lunara, Warlord's Challenge, Ring of Frost, Crystal Aegis, and Isolation. So nothing too surprising. Isolation over the adaptation for Dahaka. So they want to see more about, taking someone out of the fight or getting someone out of position and then isolating them so they can't figure out how to get back to their team. As opposed to Dahaka feeling like he's going to take a lot of damage and needs that heal. Both of them are good ults. It just depends on what your team is doing. I can absolutely see where Isolation makes sense for R1 at this point. All right. Subject to Change has gotten themselves a camp. They had enough of Roll1 coming in and stealing all their camps. However, R1 is also getting their own camps now. Diablo and Garrosh kind of sticking off in the bushes there, but Diablo walks away. He does not he's not feeling the John Cena vibe right now. He's going to walk away. I wish I knew more about wrestling. I could give you some better. I could be funnier. Should have Skibo in here coaching me on what to say for wrestling gags. All right. Meanwhile, R1 is they're marching in with their camp. They've got their bruisers. They've got another fort down. Mid finally fell. Oh, Dahaka is in a bad position. He's going to die. Stitches gorged him, and I'm pretty sure it was gorged, and brought him back behind the enemy lines. Yeah. So they did use a couple of ults, actually, to get that Dahaka kill. I'm betting the Dahaka doesn't feel too bad about that. That's 2 ults down for quite a while now. With shrines coming up. And Dahaka will be back up in plenty of time for shrines. So it's not going to be a big problem for him. Meanwhile, our run is going to circle up. They're going to clear that camp. They're just kind of rolling together at this point. They've got a 2-level lead. They're pretty comfortable. They've decided that it's better to stick together than to risk, getting caught out or having a team fight down. They're going to see if they can get that Stitches, but he's going to run away. He's going to try to get a hook, but doesn't land on anybody. All right, they're going to get that top, and then looks like they're just going to push it on this fort a little bit. Oh, no. Rock has been gorged. R1 is working on it. That Crystal Aegis was on point, saving Rock. Rock is like, I ain't afraid of you. Oh, no. Stitches grabs him again. I'm not sure that I feel he's the best one, but Tops was taking some shots there. Tongue gotten on the Deckard Cain. He is now way out of position. Leaking Strike goes down. He goes going to fall. Taunt from the Garrosh. Gets Dahaka unable to land a stun on anyone. Diablo. Dahaka gets pulled. Garrosh is getting pretty low, but he does have armor. Ring of Frost doesn't land on anyone. Oh, Diablo gets thrown, and he is going to fall. He did have souls, though, so he will be coming right back. Deckard is almost up at this point. Meanwhile, Dahaka has gone ahead to go bottom. And Ariel is going to become a dragon. Nope. Ariel's not going to become a dragon. Oriel's thinking about it. Nope, nope. Oh! Stitches tried to land that hook, but missed. That was some good dodging by Oriel. Oh, and Hanzo gets fallen right there. The slows from Beard, combined with the poisons from Lunara, were just too much. Dahaka's going to come on up to mid. Jaina is hooked. That's going to be a problem. That Gorge goes out. Stun. That's a good one. Beard is going to fall there. There's really nothing he can do about that. But we have a dragon. Dahaka was like, welp, we're going to use this opportunity and get a dragon. I'm sure Jaina feels like that was a worthy sacrifice to make sure they didn't get on the point and their team got the dragon. And Roll1 is just going to march themselves towards the core. Not the core, but the fort. The keep. Words are hard. I did say I had a cold, right? They're going to march towards this keep here. Kick that Diablo out of the way. They should have kicked the Stitches for killing their Jaina. All right, we've got this dragon beating on this keep. If they play it smart, they should be able to get it. Oriel did get hooked by Stitches, but he wasn't able to gorge her yet. He doesn't have gorge for another 9 seconds. Li Ming's Disintegrate is not for another 11 seconds. Jaina is back. She's going to go join her team. They didn't quite get this keep down yet. So Subject to Change still has all their keeps. They're going to go ahead and take those bruisers. Dahaka has been gorged. Oriel's going to head over there and see if she can save him. Dahaka's burrowing. He's running. What's his team going to do? Oh, that throw was really good by the Diablo, but look at this stay a while and listen down to 5-man. However, Tongue on the Deckard Caden. He is going to fall. They now have some Stone Bros coming in with them and no healer for Subject to Change. I think that R1 can easily take this keep now. Some good baits by the Dahaka. Oh my. Oh, Rock, where are you going? He's taking some damage there. But Oriel was like, get out of here. Leave my Garrosh alone. That's some nice pushback by Oriel. Let's see. So we do have, they're going to go ahead and start getting some camps. As we saw, Stay a While and Listen, Arrow, Gorge, Lightning Breath, and Disintegrate from Subject to Change for our ults there. If we look at our hero damage, really pretty even. Hanzo's putting out a fair bit of damage, and so is the Ming. They're trying, but they're just not able to quite keep up with things. They keep getting a little bit of a staggered deaths, which is making it difficult. Between Rock's ability to throw people out of position and Dahaka's Tongue, there's just a lot of control. And Stitches has just not been able to land quite the hooks he wants yet. This top fort is going to fall. Oh, Lunara has been gorged. She is going to be going behind that gate. But no, not behind the gate. She manages to get out and she leaps onto a minion and back to the safety of her team. Oh, those tower shots. Oh, that arrow was fantastic. And Oriel is in a lot of trouble. Crystal Aegis goes down, but I don't think they can save her. Garrosh is able to throw them away. He's running for his life. Toph does fall there. Ring goes off. It only lands on Diablo. Rock Your World is just hanging on with those shields. He does have Fountain. Blizzard zones out that Hanzo. He has to go away. But meanwhile, back at their keep, there are camps and catapults. So Subject to Change is not going to be able to sustain staying here for long. Even though there are 2 players down on Roll1 Esports, I'm not sure how well they can really take this. Yeah, I know. Sorry. All right. Oh, Lightning Breath doing work. Garrosh is going to fall, but he gets Jaina out by the skin of her teeth. Oh, no! Stitches said, not today, Jaina. Not today. And Subject to Change is setting themselves up for their first dragon of the game. At level 18, they have caught up in levels, definitely showing that their Stitches game is on point. I'm not really sure where I should be observing right now, so I apologize that I'm just looking around nowhere. Toph is busy taking this camp. He's almost got it. There we go. He's got it. We have a dragon. Hanzo has become a dragon. They're going to just start working right away on this mid fort. They want to try to get ahead. They are rapidly catching up in XP, which they've got to feel good about. Roll1 Esports almost has their team back. They realize that that fort is dead. There's just really nothing they can do about it. So they're just waiting at the keep, waiting for their team to come up. Subject to Change is going to go ahead and go bot. They're going to take that fort as well. And they are just about caught up in XP. At this point, they may get their 20s at the same time or just ahead of, depending on how far they're able to push with this dragon. It's still a really healthy dragon. Zad comes forward, but he has to back on out. Deckard is doing some great zoning with his Triangle of Doom. Zad's going to have to back out again. That orb landed. Stitches throws out a hook, but he doesn't hit anybody. Everyone still has their ults up, other than Disintegrate from Li Ming, but that comes back up fast enough that it doesn't really matter. Jane is throwing out some damage and slowing down the dragon. Lots of slows from the Stitches. Meanwhile, they're going to go ahead and Red Team is going to get that top fort. That camp is going to start pushing towards the keep. So they are going to keep all of their keeps. Meanwhile, bot lane is doing okay. The catapults are pushing, but they're going to be able to clear those out. Roll1 is going to go back to taking some mercs. They're going to try to keep the pressure on that bot lane since they do have an open fort there. Li Ming is going to go ahead. She's clearing up that top lane. Subject to Change also wants to keep the bottom lane in their favor. Roll1 is already heading down to that bot camp. Subject to Change does have 20s ahead of them. They're going to come in. They want this fight. Oh, however, Hanzo, unfortunately, gets snagged by Garrosh, and he gets deleted. Stitches decides he's thinking about, can he find a hook? Rock is doing a great job anchoring for his team. They're coming in to see if they can find some more. Their team is split. Subject to Change is a little bit split here. Zad is looking. Can he get that grab? Nope, he does not. That tongue on Deckard would have absolutely been devastating for Subject to Change, but they managed to get out of there. I don't know why it zoomed back in again. Sorry about that. All right. Now, Roll1 is feeling pretty good now with their 20s. They're going to go ahead and see if they can get this camp as well. Diablo knows they're there. Subject Change is coming, but they still do not have their Hanzo with them. Roll1 really wants to keep as much pressure as they can. Oh, the Gorge is on Dahaka. He's going to be burrowing. He does have a way out from the bottom, but I'm not sure that he can actually get out. Nope, he is not going to get out of there. And Roll1 is going to have to back away. Meanwhile, shrines are coming up. So Roll1 is going to go ahead. They're going to look to take that top shrine. Subject to Change does have a little bit of an advantage here, although their ults are mostly down. Diablo lands on that garage. The battles are real. Li Ming is doing work. Oh, so much damage there, but the shields. Deckard doesn't hit anything. Rock did have his tap up, so he is safe. Subject Change is going to go ahead and take this top point. Dahaka will be up in 20 seconds. He will be able to Z into wherever his team is fighting. Jaina is kind of flanking around, seeing if she can do anything interesting. She does get a little bit of poke damage in. Stitches had to go back to defend their core because they do have an open core, and catapults are pushing in on those minions. Looks like there's a bush party here by Roll1 Esports. Dahaka does get the bottom. Big Beard is already channeling, and he is going to be a dragon. Zad's going to see if he can get away. He's burrowing out. Hanzo is all over him. But Zad had his tap up, and he's good. His team is coming to join him. Hanzo is out by himself, but he is able to get away using his D. That's how that works, right? You just D over a wall. Fun fact, when I first started playing with Hanzo, I'm a terrible Hanzo. Took me a while to figure out how to D. That kick has Diablo way out of position. Roll1 is deciding if they want to chase him or not, but they decide they're just going to keep pushing in, and The dragon got a kill on the Ming in the meantime. Oriole has been gorged, and that story time hit 3 of the members. Oriole is in a lot of trouble from towers. She does shield herself, but I don't think she's going to get away. Rock in the lightning breath is also going to fall, but the dragon is on the core. The core is rapidly falling 20%. I believe that is going to be game 1 going over to Roll1 Esports. And the first official NGS Nexomania match goes to Rock on Garrosh and R1 Esports. That was pretty funny. All right. That was a good game. That was very entertaining. If you wanted to see just a little bit about stats in between, you can kind of see how the teams did. I mean, kills were really fairly even. Not a huge XP different. Dahaka obviously did work for R1 Esports. But Stitches did work for Subject to Change. So that was a really fun game to watch. All right, I am going to pause the sound on my stream for just a minute while I get the next match going. We are heading to Battlefield of Eternity. That is Subject to Change map choice, and we will be right back. All right, we are back. And I am now joined by the fabulous MJ Doom, who's going to be co-casting the second game with me. Will we see more Nexomania? Will we see Garrosh banned? What do you think?
I thought their skin game for Nexomania was on point. First 3 picks.
So on point. It was so good. I was kind of sad there was no Sonya for the extra, and Karazim. Like, I wanted to see more of it. Oh, Roll1 was like, we don't want any more of that Hanzo business on Battlefield.
I'll be probably surprised if they don't ban Garrosh here, because your world is scary on that Garrosh.
Oh my gosh, it was so good. Like, yeah, there it is. They're like, double respect.
They know what they don't want to see.
Right? They're like, you know what? We don't want to get thrown around again. Oh, but they are loving that Lunara, so they want more of the hippity hop. I can't blame them.
She seems pretty strong since the rework. So.
Yeah, the rework is pretty interesting. They are definitely doing work. I feel like
she still has not the strongest burst damage though, so you'll probably see a burst damage dealer to add on to that, like you had the Jay in the last game.
Right.
Make sure they can finish kills before someone else manages to walk away.
Yeah, they really made double mage look sweet with all the control they had. So that was a lot of fun. So Battlefield of Eternity, this was subject to changes pick. And we're going to see Ariel and Junkrat coming out here. Junkrat, with his displacement and his bombs and so much range, he's going to make it hard for Lunara to really kind of get in on them.
Yeah, his immortal DPS isn't the best, but he can poke pretty well, and if they look to fight, he's going to allow them to bounce people around in the middle there.
Yeah, that makes sense. So we'll kind of have to see how that goes. Let's see. So who do we like to go with a Lunara? There's that Diablo and Greymane.
Yeah, so
that Diablo skin is glorious. I think that's my favorite, with the glitter and the it's glorious. It's glorious. The Greymane skin kind of panics me just a little bit. Like, I don't know, something about the puppy head like freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah, so
MJ, your mic is quiet. Let me see if I can fix that and get you. See if I can get you turned up a little bit.
Yeah, the Diablo, one of his weaknesses on this map was always the fact that fighting in the middle meant it was harder to build up souls, but now with his changes to give you some more ways to get souls in battle, he might be stronger here. There's plenty of walls to slam people into, that's for sure.
Absolutely. So all right, they have to, unfortunately, because of the delay, they can't let me know for a couple of minutes if your mic is better or not.
Yep.
So, we'll see how that goes. All right, so we have the Stukov ban, also a solid ban. The swipes definitely, get people out of position. That silence makes it hard to go in. Although with the Junkrat Ariel, they're not really telling me they're going to be trying to go in, but still, Stukov is a pain to deal with, so I can understand that.
It'll be interesting that I'm not quite sure where the support meta is going to settle after the recent Stukov and Malf nerfs.
Yeah, ETC. They don't want to deal with an ETC. All right. I'm surprised they didn't. Well, I guess they have the Diablo. The Garrosh is banned, so ETC is the next one that makes the most sense. I wonder if we'll see another Stitches. Maybe in a new Barak. If they could web wrap the Greymane when he comes in on them, they could do a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's hard to say what style they're going for right now.
Yeah, they're holding their cards close to their vest. They're definitely not showing a lot. Varian and Blaze. All right. So Greymane and Lunara, Roll1 has an awful lot of potential for burning the Immortal. I feel like Subject to Change doesn't have quite as much potential. Junkrat, Oriole, Varian, Blaze, like none of them scream boss melter, you know?
No, unless we're about to see a Windblade's variant, I think Roll1 has got the better race.
Roll1
And
definitely
I don't
so
think
far has
they
the
can
better
pick
race.
anyone in the 5th position on Subject to Change that will change that. So looks like they're going to be setting up to fight and defend.
It looks
try
like
to pick someone off and then use that advantage.
They could go for a Malthael. You know, we've got Diablo, we've got Greymane, particularly if they grab, say, Dahaka or Sonya or another bruisery type, you know? So we've got Lucio and Leoric. They could absolutely go for a Malthael here.
That could be a possibility. They'd be pretty melee heavy if they did it, but certainly a Malthael will give Diablo and Leoric both trouble.
Right, and also Greymane, you know, because he's got to get in there when he wolfs out. And he gets in there and he's all, and then Malthael's like, you're dead.
Yeah, assuming that Varian's going taunt, that's another danger to Greymane. As soon as he goes in, if he gets taunted, he gets stuck where he doesn't want to be very long.
Right.
It looks like they're saying that it's louder, but a little louder would help.
Yeah, I'm trying to turn you up again, so we'll see if that helps. Hopefully we can get it resolved before we actually get in game.
Well, we've got one more pick, so...
Yeah, we got one more pick.
And I think we probably see something ranged here. Maybe the Li Ming again. She's pretty solid here, and
Their Ming did some solid work. I definitely would see that. Phoenix, Cassia. Yeah.
So the blinds, I mean, well, Lunara's a little bit of, she's an auto attacker, but her poison damage is a big part of her damage. But Greymane, certainly blinds are gonna slow down his damage potential.
Absolutely. Blinds are going to make Greymane have a hard time getting his finishing moves off, while the Lunara will still get her poison damage, but it will affect her a little bit. She will miss some. We are going to be heading into the game now. So I'm switching my scenes. I really do love this whole scene switching thing. It's the best. All right, so now that we are heading into this, I noticed that Varian's portrait is not one of the Carbot ones. Their portrait synergy is all over the place.
Junkrats, I don't think either.
Oh, they're not. Look at they none of these teams are believers in portrait synergy. Apparently, my teammate Mega
already got
would
the
conclude.
3rd anniversary portrait up though.
It's a pretty cool portrait. I was pretty excited when I logged in today, and they were like, "You have rewards," and I was like, "Yes." All right, so here on Subject to Change, we have Linehouse on the Oriole, Time B on Cassia, Multipass on Varian, Math Problem on Blaze, and John Con Carne on Junkrat. You want to take Roll1?
And over on the Roll1 side, we have Rock Your World on Diablo, Velvet on Lunara, Zad on Leoric, Toffs on Lucio, and Big Beard on the Greymane.
All right. I feel like we need to have like wrestler puns, but I don't watch enough wrestling to have them. But that Diablo skin is amazing.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not much of a help there either.
I don't, you know, I all I know is just John Cena, and I guess we can John Cena on this map, right? Like, there's that. That's about all I got. Isn't this the map for that? No, it's not the map for that. It would be shrines. Dang it! So close. The maps look the same, except one's a lot bigger. All right. So Blaze and Leoric, they're gonna just kind of have a boring time up there. They're gonna spooky hand and stand in fire, and not a lot.
They'll do a lot of beating on each other without much of a change in status
without
quo.
much. They're just gonna hang out, soak. I'm interested to see how Rock likes the new Diablo. The Fire Stomp change is pretty neat. The way it directs all in one direction instead. Oh, apparently someone is on a mount they're not supposed to be on, maybe? No?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Toph said that, and he's on Lucio, and I don't think anything with Lucio is banned, so I'm not sure what that
Yeah.
was for.
I don't know. I don't see anything banned yet, so it seems fine. All right. Anyway, I figure if they wanted us to do something about it, they'll let us know. So, lanes, you know, we've got the 4 lane in the bottom. We've got the solo lane going up top. I mean, this first kind of part is just about trying to get some advantage. Knowing Roll1, they're going to want to try to get some mercs as soon as they can. It looks like Subject to Change is trying to beat them to that. Varian is starting it.
Yeah,
He's
both
got
teams are
Cassia
looking,
with him, but Roll1 is looking to invade. They're like, hey now, we don't want you on this camp. Diablo is going out in front. He's taking a lot of damage. Yeah. But they are going to get the camp.
Roll1 does get the camp, though.
He did.
Will Diablo get away?
Diablo
Yes.
sneaks away. Look at that. Lucio's like,
Camp
I got
isn't
you.
going to do much, but they do get the XP at least.
Yeah, the camp is like immediately cleaned up. It was not terribly useful, but they got it, so they get to feel, you know, good about that. Oh! Oriole, that was just a great charge onto that Oriole, which I totally didn't get my camera down too fast enough because I was...
Yeah, that Diablo
Coughing.
was super speed from Lucio and just came flying in there.
He did. He just flew out of my camera range. All right. Lunar is making a great use of her whiffs. What? Let's check out what talents they went to early game. Try strike, overpower. Curious what the Lunar. Lunar actually did go the Sentinel Wisp. So Sentinel Wisp is the new talent that if it sticks around for 5 seconds, they get a 200% ranged increase in vision, which on this
And
map
that
makes
range
sense.
is huge. If you've seen it yet,
It's massive. So on the
it's
bigger
like most of
maps,
the screen.
yeah, on the bigger maps, Hippity Hop makes a lot of sense because it gives you like, it says it's a 10% increase in speed, but really it's like 140% speed increase overall. But on maps this size, something like the Wisp really can give you a lot of advantage in vision. And we're already seeing Roll1 Esports just really has this race down pat. Subject to Change is just trying to get as much off the shields as you can. It looks like they've decided they don't want to try to fight quite yet.
And they did a pretty solid job keeping the shield low.
They did. For as fast as Roll1 burned that, they really still, you know, they don't have a huge immortal. Leoric's going to go back up to lane. Yeah, and they're just going to kind of do that. Junkrat displacement knocks that Diablo just way out of position. But there's no one there to follow up on it, so we're just going to kind of poke and see what kind of damage we can get. I don't think they can get a fort off of this unless, you know, they somehow get out of position or Rock lands one of those killer charges and flips like that. Nope.
Yeah, Varian's not going to be the easiest target to kill, though.
Varian was definitely not the easy target on there. Varian was like, I am unimpressed. And Cassia is just
Rock is in
wrecking Rock. They're going to have to back out.
Oh, the taunt
Greymane,
right there.
that taunt. But Diablo
Diablo's
comes
coming
in. He's going to
With
sacrifice
Lucio.
himself. Oh!
But he's down.
That Junkrat mine
Lucio
gets
got
tossed.
bounced
Yeah.
in.
He's going to get out of there, though.
Looks like Roll1's going to look at the camp here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're going to hold the cap on that or if they're actually going to cap it right away, but
It could go either way. We got to watch our talking over each other, though.
too much talking.
Too much talking over each other. Yeah, and Leoric is going to start working on that top camp. Is Blaze going to scope him out? They've got to know with him missing off the map that that's where he is. But Lunar is going to come up to help him. Blaze is going to notice it, but I don't know that he doesn't know that Velvet is there yet. Oh, they tried to bait him out, but it did not quite work. Blaze's team is circling up, though, to check on him. Give him a little relief and a few heals. They realize he's low.
And Roll1 did cap that camp, and now it's being cleared out.
They did, yeah. It didn't get a whole lot done, so that's okay though. What do you think we're looking at for 10s? Do you think we'll see anything unexpected?
Right? Well, I've seen a lot of people talking about Lightning Breath on Diablo, so, you know, we're all used to APOC, but I think here we may see the Lightning Breath.
You know, we saw Lightning Breath get a couple of kills on Garrosh even last time. Rock lands the stun on Blaze. Gets the swap on him. Blaze is in a lot of trouble. He is going to have to use his charge to get away. His Oriole is there, but they're chasing him pretty hard. But they are not able to get that done. But now, Greymane Diablo got taunted there, but he's going to be able to walk away from that. Meanwhile, R1, they've just got so much burn on this Immortal. But Subject to Change is going to defend this time. They don't want to give it up for free again. That stun by Oriole was beautiful. I love the increased range on the Oriole stun. Lunara is rooted. She's going to be in a lot of trouble. Taunt goes down, and she's going to fall.
Yeah, she got rooted, and then the stun circle came down on top of her, and she was in big trouble.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Junkrat is just, you know, poking away slowly at the Immortal. Cassie is going to come give him a hand. Leoric is keeping himself alive with his spooky hand all over that Varian. Varian is going to, I think, be able to just walk away from that because protect is a thing.
Yeah, both teams were their warriors and healer and no DPS there, so.
Yeah, so at this point, Subject to Change may just try to race them because they beat the halftime show. Roll1 is going to try to take as many shields off. They're really getting a lot done, but they're not able to burn quite that much, so Subject to Change gets this one. 10s have been hit for Roll1, though. Are they going to try to... Oh, they wanted to try to get in on him, but Junkrat's mind said no.
And we do see Lightning Breath here. Lightning Breath with Entomb. I don't know if they might burn them in the tomb there.
Look at that. Yes, we do. Lightning Breath. Leaping Strike. Sound Barrier. Entomb. And a Cursed Bullet. So I imagine that the goal is to try to entomb someone, shoot them in the face, and then Lightning Breath everyone in the tomb and away from the tomb. The new animation I like a lot. Like it's a much clearer animation. Subject to Change has also hit 10s at this point. We've got Crystal Aegis, Ball Lightning, Shield Wall, Bunker, and Riptire. Bunker is great for avoiding all the things Roll1 wants to be doing.
Yeah, looks like we're posturing all around this top camp.
Yeah. Leoric, meanwhile, is just taking the bottom camp. But Blaze is looking for him. Leoric's going to have to leave it, I think. Well, they're both, like, sitting there thinking about it. They might just both walk away.
Yeah, Leo's sustain is based on minions dying nearby, and he doesn't have the minions.
Yeah, he's lacking them right now, so he's just got to kind of wait. Alright, so meanwhile, they've all decided to wait on the camps for a little while. They're doing a really great job of keeping this game even on both sides. I mean, Subject to Change is down a fort. Bunker was just used to get away from the Leoric, I guess? I'm not really sure. I just saw it go down there. That was kind of weird.
Yeah, I missed it as well.
Yeah. So Roll1 is going to go ahead and start working on their camp. They want to have some camp pressure going. And that one is the really great one to have because it does not die easily. Subject to Change is also going to get a camp, but that camp dies a lot faster. So Roll1 is going to have a little bit of a camp advantage. And Subject to Change is going to have to decide whether they want to clear that before they go and get on their Immortal.
Immortals get defensive positions from the Immortals here, so.
Yeah. So both sides are kind of setting that up. Roll1 is a little bit closer to 13. Blaze is coming up. Leoric is not yet coming up. He's trying to soak a little bit more. But nobody's really trying to push their fight just yet. Roll1 is setting up to defend the Immortal. They're not going to try to push in quite yet. But Subject to Change is coming in on it. Oh, those stuns. Varian gets knocked away. Junkrat is poking, putting out traps. They just have so much poke damage that they can do. Blaze is going to actually go down and soak some minions, as is Varian. They're trying to get caught up. They want their 13s. We're just getting a little bit of poke damage on the Immortal. Everybody's trying to just hit 13s, I think, at this point.
Yeah, we've got a pretty good chance of seeing a knockdown team fight at some point here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they're just kind of waiting. 13s are coming on them from Roll1. They have a very small window, and they get on the Junkrat. Entomb goes out. Lightning Breath all over them. Cursed Bullet. Crystal Aegis is used. Junkrat does fall, but he's the only one so far. Leoric is chasing that Varian off, but now Leoric is in a really bad position, and he's going to fall. He got a little greedy.
Diablo goes in, but now he's got to back out.
No, he got taunted. Run! Oh, the Oriole stuns.
Damage. Greymane gets away with 100 hit points.
Oh my goodness. The Leaping Strike goes out. Diablo goes down, but he has souls. Junkrat is still down. Taunt on the Lunara, but she's going to be able to get away as well.
Is back.
He is back, and he is doing damage. Bunker goes down. Riptire coming out, but it's not going to...
Got boots by Lucio, so he could walk away.
Right? So it just kind of lands on Rock and Leoric and doesn't do a whole lot to them, unfortunately. Taunt goes down on Diablo again, and then he gets stunned into that wall. Lightning Breath. So much Lightning Breath. What is the cooldown on that?
The slow.
Oh! The Entomb and the Lightning Breath is just insane, combined with the Lunara damage. They're just... Whew! My goodness. Meanwhile, they've just gotten a ton of damage onto that Immortal as well. They've just really kind of controlled this. They're calling it the Easy Bake Oven. It's apparently the name of that move. That's pretty funny.
There's nowhere to go once you're in that Entomb, and they've got so many slows that it makes it easy to land the Entomb too.
Right? That 3-person Entomb and then the Lightning Breath. I mean, oh my. Oh my. That's crazy. Let's see what kind of damage has this Diablo been putting out anyway. Not as much as I thought, but he's not shabby. Alright. Leoric is going in. He lands another Entomb. There comes the Lightning Breath. Oriole has to Crystal Aegis herself. Bunker goes down. Lots and lots of damage going out on to... I can't even tell who that is. Cassia, but she gets away. Lucio's having to run, though, now. The reverse. The reverse there was crazy. I love the Diablo gets in with the charge, and then Lionhouse is like, get out of here with his aerial whips. Blaze has been caught out by Diablo, but he's able to charge away. However...
Bullet on Varian, though.
Varian, yeah. Varian is going to go down.
The kill.
But they are also low. Cassia is doing work.
The demon's attack has failed.
Cassia has a good 20k more hero damage than anyone else in the game. She is doing work. 16s have been hit by Roll1 Esports. Subject to Change does still have their keep, so they're not out of this game yet, but they definitely need to get caught up in XP. They need to get their 16s. You know, both teams are doing a great job keeping each other alive in these crazy back and forth team fights. The Lucio boops
they're going to
real.
be able to get 16 easily before the next Immortal phase, I think. So
yeah, they're definitely
on
gonna.
even talents.
Yep. So Roll1 back to getting some camps. It looks like Blaze is considering what he wants to do. Leora Wisp knows exactly where he is. Blaze is gonna skedaddle on out of there. Roll1 is gonna get on that camp. Are they gonna stay and fight this right now, though? Do they want this? They are 16. Entomb goes out. Lightning Breath is hit. Leoric is in a lot of trouble, though. Shh. The Lucio shields are real. Junkrat goes down. Diablo is gonna fall. He did not have souls. That is a full death. Zad.
They're still on the chase.
They are. So we lose the Greymane, we lose the Diablo, and Immortals are spawning. Not sure that invade worked out quite as they had hoped it would.
Yeah, the Entomb went down on Ariel, but Blaze got the bunker off, and she just bunkered right out and was no longer in the Entomb.
Yeah, so
They turned that fight on them.
the easy bake oven had a glitch. There was a cold spot. Lunara is just kind of poking at them from behind that wall there, very sneakily.
Must find another way.
Blaze went over there to kind of shoosh her away.
Now, unfortunately for Roll1, this is going to be almost a full shield immortal here.
Yeah, at this point, I think they need to just go try to get some shields off of it. It looks like they have decided to just do that. Just try to see if they can get a little bit of shielding off anyway. There's really no way for them to fight this. They're going to go ahead and also try to get their camp real fast as a team. So that way they have their camp pushing top while they deal with the immortal bot.
Yeah, it's a good play that if subject to change commits to a 5-man push here, that camp will get some value.
Yeah, absolutely. But it looks like they are going to go ahead and send Junkrat to clear it up. So we're going to 4-man push plus the immortal here. The talent tiers are even. They're easily going to get this fort. I'm betting Roll1 is just going to walk away and be like, this fort's pretty dead. Other than throwing some Diablo stomps at it, because why not?
Yeah, I'm not sure they can push up too far because Mounted Varian is there to taunt you if you step out.
Yes, and even without the Junkrat, Cassia is doing all the work at this point anyway. So Leoric is looking for that Entomb, but Subject to Change kind of knows he's there. They just ping danger all over it. So Subject to Change has decided, it looks like, not to push in. They don't have their Junkrat with them. They're a little nervous. They did get this keep wall. They have gotten up about 3/4 of a talent at this point.
Yeah. Right now they're easily on pace to hit 21st, although there's some way to go before we get there, so.
There is. There's still some way to go. Roll1 did save their keep, so they're only about a half level, if that, off from each other. It's really nothing to get excited about. Roll1's going to go ahead and grab this bottom camp while Subject to Change gets the top. So, you know, looking at their talents, nothing overly exciting stands out. Neural Stim Pack as that first talent for Blaze isn't one you see a whole lot, really. The mana.
Yeah, you usually see either the speed or occasionally the unstoppable on Pyromania.
Yeah. But, I mean, he's been doing a good job. He's definitely good with his bunkers. Oh, Leoric is in trouble. But he has his spooky walk. He can just ghost out of there.
Yeah, with Lucio speed, they just walk away.
Yeah. Lucio's just like, and we're out. Let's go, team. They're just going to go ahead and clear up that top camp. Hard camp is coming up in 7 seconds, the Bruisers, for Subject to Change. So they may go ahead and try to grab that real quick before this next Immortal phase. For the same reason that Roll1 did it last time. Yep, looks like they are moving there.
Yep, and Roll1's camp is not going to be up for this. So.
No, and I don't think they can get there in time to stop them either. So they looks like they're just trying to set up to be ready for the Immortal phase. The camp does have a little way to walk.
Almost here for Subject to Change.
Yeah, it's super, super close. Immortals are once again in defensive positions to start. So that's a little bit in Roll1's favor at least, because it's, you know, it's closer for them. Zad is going to go in. Gets the Entomb onto that Varian. Not an ideal candidate for it. He's going to Lightning Breath everyone except the person in the Easy Beck Oven. Bunker goes down. Everybody kind of jumps in and out. But, ooh, Diablo's in a lot of trouble, and he's going to fall. He does have souls, though.
He ended up right in the middle of the enemy team, which...
He did. It was a problem. But they're all going to be able to just kind of walk away. Subject to Change is going to start on that Immortal. They're going to go ahead and clear that camp while they wait for the Diablo to get back to them. They all got stunned right there. That's no good. Lots of poison damage going out onto the Varian. But Roll1 really needs to watch grouping because Cassia just comes in and does tons of damage.
Varian is going down.
He is going down. Bunker goes down. But Diablo is like, nope. Cassia is doing just tons of work, but fighting under this immortal. Stuns are going out everywhere. Leonora is running. That was such a bloodbath.
Yeah, Diablo got that Hellgate and dove right into the middle of the Entomb to do work.
He did so much work. He dove into there. He grabbed the Oriole, stunned her against the wall, which meant when they came out of the bunker, he was just there to keep them all from being able to get anywhere, really. So Lenora could just spread all of her damage everywhere, and wow, that was quite the fight.
You've still got 15 seconds before anyone comes up on subject to change, so they'll be up to defend this immortal push, but Roll1 obviously has the immortal here.
Yeah, Roll1 has the immortal. Leoric is almost back. Greymane is back. He's working on their camp. Almost has that down. I really think they're going to be able to probably get a keep off of this immortal.
Yeah, I think immortal goes bottom here, so the camp is going to push the opposite side.
Yeah, camp is going to push the opposite side. They already have the wall down, so they don't have to go through a wall. So there's a good chance they could get a keep here with this immortal, especially if they're able to catch anyone out and get get a pick. If they're able to get more than one pick, they could threaten to end the game depending on what happens, because it's a very healthy immortal. Look at the shielding on it. It's practically a whole nother health bar.
Yeah.
They did go ahead. They were able to clear that top camp up fast. That keep is going to just drop with no time at all.
The Entomb goes down.
Doesn't really land on anyone. Crystal Aegis goes out. Bunker goes down. So Lightning Breath is not helpful. But there it is again.
Actually,
oh my.
got it all on the back line there.
Yes. It was more helpful the second time. Oriole's in a lot of trouble. She's going to fall. Junkrat doing his displacement, but kind of lands Diablo in a place to get a hold of Varian. That is probably not where that Varian wanted to be. And that is going to be game for Roll1 Esports. Yes. Good game. Good game. They were able to just take the core down, keep subject to change off of the Immortal, and the Immortal didn't get distracted. So, here we go. You know, sometimes they get distracted.
Yeah, no, that time the Immortal was on a mission.
It was on a mission. So, give me just a second here and I can flip a scene. Let my computer go to sleep because, I don't know. I'm not used to having a laptop up. Post game, maybe? No, okay. It doesn't want to cooperate. It doesn't matter. So, yeah, so that was game. Do we want to pull in somebody from Roll1 Esports for an interview? See if they want to come and play.
Stitches want to play.
Right? Stitches want to play. All right. All right. So he's going to hop in. Oh, I wonder if can I just call him? I can probably just call him, right? Do I have him on my friends list? Let's find out.
Who are you looking for?
I think it's Velvet. Right, Terry? In that Velvet?
Yes, Velvet.
I don't know if I have him as a friend though. So let's hop into the NGS Discord. Where are we gonna go? Let's go to lobby 3.
All right.
I'll see you there. I'll just do a quick change. Okay.
We made it.
We made it. Good job, team. All right. Excuse me. Okay, so Velvet should be joining us in just a moment here. I think. I don't know why it won't let me do the post game. It'll let me do a webcam. Hi, friends. All right, so we're just kind of waiting for a moment here for Terry to get here. So who would you name as the MVP of this series, do you think?
I I feel like Rock Your World. I mean, that Garrosh is just scary in the first game,
Right?
and then the Diablo took a few deaths, but he was right in the middle of the other team and making some aggressive plays that helped them win those
Absolutely.
team fights.
Absolutely. He was definitely in the face of that enemy team the whole time. He was just doing a lot of work. And I see Beard has joined us in here.
Hey,
How's it going, sir?
doing pretty good.
So you had to roll some dice to see who got to come chat with us, huh?
That's right. Yeah, we've Velvet does it every time. So he's told us that we needed to roll dice to see if anyone else needed to go do it.
Well, there you go.
So I rolled closest to 1. I rolled a 4.
Oh my. All right. So it was kind of like a reverse dice rolling.
It's like golf rules on this one.
Like golf rules. All right. So, did you have fun?
Yeah, it was good games. That second game was very very challenging for us. We had to figure out our macro calls to get it right.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Diablo got picked at the very end, we were very worried. He was calling out he was coming back with no souls, and it ended up turning in our favor, luckily.
Yeah, I was worried for you. There, Cassia did work.
Oh my God, she
did.
I was trying to figure out what they were going to pick as their last pick, and I called out Cassia, thinking it'd be a good option for them.
Yeah.
It's
I was thinking like a Malthael but yeah, Cassia did work for them. 93k hero damage. She did some work. I liked the Garage Band in the second game. Man, Rock was on fire in game 1.
Yeah, he plays that character really well.
He does.
He's naturally fit into our main tank position.
Mm-hmm.
We've played several years now. You know that.
I do.
We've always had a little bit of struggle on our engages because we haven't had a good tank, and Rock's really killing it for us. So
awesome. Yeah, y'all have definitely. It's been a really great season. So playoffs are starting next week. How are you feeling about that?
Good. Yeah, really good. This is the highest we've ever been seated, and we've put in a lot of work to be here. So I'm really proud of everybody, and we're just really excited to get in there and actually be in the playoffs and have a chance to kind of show what we know we can do.
Absolutely. Now on this game too, when you did the easy bake oven, is that something y'all had practiced before, or did you just decide to try something new in this game because why not?
I said we've played for a long time, and we've come up with some off the wall ult combos in the past.
Yeah.
We've decided to name, and that was one of them. And we never really did it because lightning breath wasn't a thing, and then all of a sudden now Diablo has it, and it's a thing, and it's a lot better than it was before, and it does do the job.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we like it.
All right. What other kind of fun combos can we look forward to maybe in the future, or can you share any?
Those are super secret.
Super secret. Are we going to see like a washing machine with the Sonya and the Chen? Because I want to see one of those one day.
There's one that has to do with dirty socks and cat toys, and I'm not gonna tell you what that one's about.
I don't know if I want to know what that one is. MJ, do you have any questions for Beard?
Yeah, are you guys gonna pull out I've seen a few people now doing the super crispy taco where you have Phoenix and Falstad burning someone alive. Are we gonna see that one?
That is good.
Super crispy taco.
That we call that our church seat, our pew pew.
That makes sense.
Yeah, no, I mean, you guys look strong there, and I think, you were talking about when Rock was saying he was coming back in with no souls, but about halfway through that fight, Zag got an entomb down, and Rock picked that Hellgate and just jumped right into the middle of the entomb on them, and it was like once he was back, he was going full force there. So
yeah,
he was all in.
we have had some issues on that map in the past, and we really wanted to make sure we picked the right race this time.
Right.
And you saw we were beating them at the beginning, but man, at the end we were just having issues. I mean, that like the Cassia every time we'd engage, we'd get blinded, stunned by the blaze.
Yep.
I mean, taunted. Like it was, we knew it was going to happen, and I mean, I don't think I went into wolf form, but 2 or 3 times the whole game.
Yeah, I mean, they really did a fantastic job of keeping you in comp. It was intense watching both teams just be so low all the time. That had to be a little bit terrifying.
Yeah, it was. One thing I noticed when and I'm not comparing us at all to pros or anything, but when I'm watching pro games, I see these fights that happen, and they happen for for 3 minutes at a time. I mean, your full 5-man team going at each other head to head, and just poking back and poking back and poking, and that's kind of what I felt like we were doing in lane from the very beginning, and it was really well played on both sides.
Absolutely.
They were really a hard team to try to find a solution to, and I think we did a good job.
You did.
Yeah, that game was entirely in the balance until that team fight at the end there.
Yeah, and that's we were talking about, if y'all were able to get a pick, that would probably make you able to lead in the game, but I wasn't sure if you would be able to get it or not because they were giving you all a run for your money.
Yeah, they were.
Any shout outs that you want to give?
Well, shout outs to the casters. You guys did an awesome job.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all being here, and it's very volunteer. Shout out to the whole Fogey League crew, the community there that we're in. Is second to none, in my opinion. I really like being around all those people, and all of our subs. We want shout out to Mango, Poe, Waniba, for being on call when we need them, when we're not able to fill the full 5, and to my team. They're really a great group of guys, and I'm really lucky to have stumbled across them and been able to be a part of it. So
absolutely. Well, thank you for coming out and talk to us, and good luck in the playoffs. We will be watching.
Hey, thank you. Thank you,
right.
Cersei. Thanks you, dude.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Anything you want to say? Any shout outs you have to give, MJ?
No, that was quite a series we saw.
It was.
There weren't a lot of kills early game in either game, and it was sort of a bit of a chess match. And any of those fights could have gone either way. So that's what you want to see.
Absolutely. It was very intense last game. So that was a lot of fun. Well, thank you for coming on and casting with me in this second game. And we're going to go ahead and sign off, and y'all have a good evening. Thanks so much.